What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from TiCGN.com. Welcome to episode 29 of the Double XP podcast. If you are watching this live, much appreciated. If you are watching this on our TiC Network channel, thanks a lot. If you're listening on iTunes, much appreciated. Also, if you're listening on Podbean, much appreciated. We got a great show for you guys right ahead of us, but we're going to start with the introductions. As usual, we got my light-skinned brother from somebody else's mother, Mr. Nickodemus X.
Yeah, what's good, man? It's good to be back on YouTube in general, especially, you know what I'm saying, on this podcast, man. I have not gamed in like over a week, man. I've been having some issues going on, but man, I'm just saying I'm so happy to be back. I was playing a game today, and let me just say this, I almost lost it. I almost lost it in my pants. You know what I'm saying? So it's been exciting. Yeah, for real, I almost lost it down there. But yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
off to a good start.
I'm so excited to be back in gaming, you know what I'm saying? And on this YouTube, on the podcast, I'm just excited right now.
Let it all out.
Oh man,
you hurting my gamer soul.
I'm gonna hold it back.
Next up, we got my right hand, one man, Dirty Diana herself. Mamacita.
Okay. I might like that intro. Hey y'all, it's Mamacita, Classic Gamer Gals, where I promise to always keep it classy. And I'm still recovering from LA, y'all. I'm telling you, I miss LA. I truly love that city, and I'm contemplating all kinds of things about even trying to, I don't know, do I need to move to LA or what? It was just, man, it was just, I don't know, the atmosphere, you know, the traffic was crazy, but I had good vibes in LA, and I'm just kind of trying to get over some things there. But yeah, I've been gaming, and it's nice to have Randa Air on here, and Kev the Gamer, and let's talk, y'all.
All right, Crunk Girl, what's happening?
What's happening? Sitting here getting my butt kicked. In Persona, I'm on the last boss, I believe. I pray I am. I'm like 140 hours in, man. So.
You getting your butt kicked right now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, you can. Oh, see, you know what? You can multitask, good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't fight no boss like that, and on a podcast too. I couldn't do it.
And I've been so frustrated. It's kicking my butt, man. But it is what I got 140 hours in that game.
Yeah, you wow.
Got skills.
I know, right?
That's my game of the year, man. It takes like 120, 130 hours to beat that game.
I'm gonna have to pick that up then.
Yeah, Persona is life. That's my game of the year.
I had never played Persona. Man. I don't own every PlayStation, and they never played Persona.
I had neither till Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, and then that joint turned me out. But yeah, man. Happy to be here today. Actually, it's my first time being in a Skype call with Randall. Really, really cool peoples. And Kev, I already been knowing Kev for a minute. Me and him be on Twitter going at it. So yeah, man, we're gonna have a good time today. Talk about some games, talk about some blunders, and talk about Sony. They need to shut up. But then yeah.
And we do have two guests with us today. First up is the man with $1 million, Randall Thor. Welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, Fame? Thanks for having me on. But didn't you hear it's hashtag man with $1 million lies now, dude?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
That's fired.
Oh,
People,
right.
You know, with becoming popular, you get a lot of haters, and some of the haters are, you know, they come up with some interesting things. So thanks for having me on, Fame. I know we've been talking about doing this for a while, so it's nice to be on here with you and Crunk Girl and Mamacita and the true king of indies. Myself. I mean.
Bang, bang.
Every time we meet, we go through this, Rand. Every time. I got the crown. So I'm the king, Rand. End of story.
Every time
my vote's JackMove because he has more access to indies than both of y'all.
No, JackMove is the king. JackMove's the king of streamers. He lost that long time ago.
I will say every indie game I buy, it always says Randall Thor is a person who's played this game. Every single indie game I buy. So he might be right, Nick.
Yeah, no, I give him his props. I give Rand his props. I actually check out his videos for inspiration. No lie. No lie.
Hey, Nick didn't play Ori until this year, dude. I mean, come on now.
Hey, better late than never, right? Hey,
That is true. That is definitely
you know,
true.
I can admit when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong about
We
that.
tried to tell you. We tried to tell you.
Y'all know I'm light skinned and ignorant, and I don't be like listening to nobody. Y'all already know that.
And last but not least, we need this podcast to be a little glorious. Kev the Gamer, what's happening, brother?
Hey, what up? I'm just here for the glory.
I'm surprised you didn't say praise Gaben.
I'm just here for the glory.
Nah, we don't praise
No,
gaming.
here for the peasantry.
The gaming praising has stopped. It's been on halt since they tried to fuck us on Christmas in 2015.
So now we can all just go back to praising the almighty Phil Spencer, right?
I don't praise him either. He's trying to screw Xbox gamers right now.
No,
I still remember 4K 60 no compromises.
Hey, wait, Phil didn't say that, sir. Phil didn't say that, sir.
Here we go.
Was
that not the benchmark? I'd have to look at the video again. That's what I remember him saying. But that video was what, a year old?
It was a podcast that TiC did with Albert Pinello, sir. And it was last year.
And one of our articles actually did say that though.
Listen, man, I don't have time to backtrack or try to fix stuff. Just let it ride, okay?
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Checkerboard rendering for the win.
Wow. So speaking of the Xbox One X, the moment it released, people was instantly started saying, "Well, I can make a PC for $500 that's comparable to the Xbox One X." Blase, and I've yet to see that PC that's $500 that compares to Xbox One X. Number one, once you add in that Blu-ray drive, it's already over. You've automatically spent too much money, right? So everyone's all of a sudden wanting to build a PC. Oh, I can build a PC that's comparable to the Xbox One X. I don't need an Xbox. Which makes me wonder, who is PC gaming really for? Because a lot of people, you're talking about building a PC, but they have no plans on building a PC. So before I get around to the panel, I do want to talk to the one person who I know has a gaming PC, or at least consistently games on their PC. Kev the Gamer. In your honest, humble opinion, Mr. Master Race, who is PC gaming?
Not me. I didn't say on the Master Race.
And can you actually build an Xbox One X equivalent PC for $500?
For $5, I don't know. I think you can do it for about $6. I question the Blu-ray drive because on PC you're not going to use it. You're just not. PC games don't even come on Blu-rays. They still, if you're going to buy physical, they come on DVD still. Cheaper, and most people have DVD drives. But the market's downloads. Been downloads for years. Outside of that, with the we were talking about this before the show started. Right now, with the crypto mining, I think it might be hard. A month ago, I would have said hell yeah. Because the Xbox One X, the CPU is still lower in CPU. Graphics card's on point with about an RX 580. When it launched, it was a $250 graphics card. But I'd say yeah, a month ago probably did it for like between $500, $600, maybe $650.
Wait, the graphics card on the Xbox One X is equal to a RX 580?
Right around there.
And that's like $200 something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the coveted 6 teraflops of power?
I'm looking at more of the clock speeds. Teraflops don't mean a ton. People put a lot more emphasis on teraflops than it actually means. It's a unit of measurement, but it's not the one measurement to determine speed.
Well, I got a question. When people talk about building a PC that can do what the Xbox One X can do, and this may be seen to be like fanboy, not fanboy, whatever, but like, why does everybody discount the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player? I mean, that is a thing the Xbox One X can do. It can play 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray players on your TV. Wouldn't you need to include that in a PC build to do everything that the Xbox One X can do, or am I mistaken?
I think it's a good question. Yeah. But the real answer to that is that it's actually kind of useless on that PC, and because the only thing it's going to do is play movies.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a feature of the Xbox, and if you're trying to build a PC that can do all the features of the Xbox for a similar price, wouldn't you have to include it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to match it piece by piece, feature by feature, you definitely have to. But like Kev said, most people wouldn't use it on their PC. Yeah. But it kind of throws the argument of
why does it matter if you use it or not? If it's a feature, it's a feature. Whether you use it shouldn't matter. If you're going to build, you got to build spec for spec, feature for spec.
Which automatically kills the $500 PC that's comparable to Xbox One X, because you're looking at a $300 Blu-ray player.
But look though, most people that I know who are actually going to try to do that or build a PC
ain't putting that Blu-ray player in there.
Games, they're not doing it just for a DVD player.
Exactly. They're doing the same way people aren't buying an who's buying an Xbox One X for the 4K Bluray player?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when people say I can build an Xbox One X, it's that's like me saying, oh, I can build, an iPhone, but I leave out the OS or whatever case may be. It's a different OS on it. It's not the same.
When they say that,
they're still losing something.
They're not thinking about the features. They're thinking about like as far as the power goes and as far as like games. They're not.
Okay, so
on the money.
So leaving out the Blu-ray player, can you still build a $500 PC?
That's where my figure came from. It was without the Blu-ray player, because of where, like I said, a month ago you probably could have done it for about, I'd say 6 to be generous.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what parts you picked, what deals you could find, I could see doing it for $550. 500 flat? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know about that, Kev, because the PC that I'm building right now, it's already at like 600 and it's nowhere near as powerful as the Xbox One X.
I still want to see including your monitor?
No monitor. I'm using my TV. I didn't include the monitor. You can't include the monitor with that because you can't include the monitor with the Xbox One X because you're gonna hook it up to your TV.
And who doesn't have a TV?
But I get that because that's not a feature of the Xbox One S. That's just an accessory that you need to run it. But we're talking about actual features that are built into the One S.
Yeah. So that's why I'm confused though with what you're saying, Kev, because like mine is almost at 600 and that's without a monitor. That's keyboard, CPU.
I'd have to see the build and how you actually.
You helped me build the build. What you talking about?
I don't remember what you changed.
Yeah, my PC.
Last time we talked about it, you said you changed some shit.
Yeah, I did, but still, dog. I can't picture it. I can't picture it though. Like for $500, I can't picture it, dog.
Well, I know a couple of people who got some PC builds that aren't that expensive that they say they can actually do more than. I mean, not do more, but can run games better than that Xbox One X. But I'm not a tech person, so
wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. What happened to before we knew the price of the Xbox of the One X? What happened to ain't nowhere in the world the One X gonna be under $800? It gotta be at least $800. What happened to that?
I'm glad that I didn't say that.
I swear to all the gods.
I've always said wait and see. I have always said wait and see.
I'm glad
we're swearing it wasn't coming under 800, 700 maybe, but ain't no way in the world. They're talking about 6 teraflops and you talked about.
Fam, you remember when me and you made our predictions? Me and you said the same thing. We was like, it's gonna be at least $499.
I expected it to be at least $499. People were talking about like 800 to 1,000. I'm like, I don't think console players gonna go for that.
There was no way that was happening.
That's why I had a wait and see attitude.
But Kev, I think when people were thinking about that, it was when they were saying the whole 4K uncompromised and all that type of stuff, and I kept hearing.
Yeah, and then PC players were like, "Oh, so it's gonna be 4K Ultra 60?"
Yeah, that's what I kept hearing.
I'm like, I heard a lot about that too. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be that. I never thought it was gonna be that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Kev, I got another question. I know nothing about PCs, right? In fact, I'll be building my first one later this year to do better YouTube content and things like that. Plus, I just wanted my PC right now is 5 years old, right?
Okay.
Like I can't even run anything. My question is, since consoles are one of the reasons people like consoles because you just go to the store, buy it, plug it in, and it works. Like, could you go to a Best Buy and like another store and for $500 buy one that's already pre-built to match the specs for it, or do you have to buy the parts yourself to put it together?
You're generally going to get a better value if you build it. That's just in general. That's where you get your bang for your buck.
Expensive.
500. I don't think you're gonna do it for 500. For 500, you're building more than likely. If you want something good. There was one on BestBuy.com like a week ago. It was on sale for like $650. That was really on point. In fact, right now, especially like we were talking about before with the crypto miners. Oh, actually, here's one right here. I'll put it in the chat for us, fam. If you want to share it in the chat, go for it.
Yes, sir.
This one's on point. It has an RX 460. That's not bad. It's 550. It's not as powerful as the Xbox One X. It's not. But it's a really solid PC.
How much is it?
550.
550. That's a pre-built PC.
Pre-built PC, CyberPower PC, has an RX 460 in there. Which AMD? It has an AMD processor. I don't know which one. I'd have to look at that.
I think to go with the question, who was PC gaming for? I think a lot of it's all about what you're trying to do. For example, me and Nick, you know, I think Nick does anything with his PC to be like smaller indie titles. It's all about content creating. I think Rand said as well to be about content creating. Yeah. Now, if you truly saying, oh, I don't need an Xbox, I can go out and build me a PC that does 4K, 60, whatever the case may be. Don't expect to build it for $500. If you really were trying to get the best, you know, and play the games at the best fidelity, at the best graphics, be prepared to spend $1,000+. I think the whole
you don't have to necessarily spend $1,000 either. It goes back to who is PC gaming for? It's a completely custom platform. If all you want to do is play games, then you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you want ultra settings, 4K, 60 frames per second, basically, the more power you want out of it, the more money it's going to cost. People always say things like, "Oh, you only play PC for graphics, frame rates, resolutions." All when I got into it, it was for backwards compatibility. I was a 360 dude last generation. I was in love with my 360. I knew a little bit about computers, but I never gamed on one like that. Played like little games here and there. I played like The Sims back in the day, the original. You know, little shit like that. The original Rainbow Six. A little bit of Counter-Strike Source. When I saw the Xbox One reveal, one of my boys introduced me to Steam. Shout out to Mortiel and I'm a Major from the Pixel Crashers podcast. When they put me onto Steam, I'm like, wow, these games are cheap as hell. I plugged my 360 controller into my laptop. I was, for like the first 6 months, I was just playing off my laptop. I was playing whatever I get my hands on. And I saw how well it worked. This is back in 2013. I was like, okay, let's do this. I was going to play off that laptop until I realized my laptop couldn't run Ghosts as well as I'd like it to. And I was trying to play COD Ghosts off it. It didn't run that well on there. That's what made me build. Other than, like I said, the fact that I was frustrated with the Xbox One X or Xbox One reveal, and I saw that was my first Steam sale I saw right around the summer sale then. So that's what pushed it to me. I wasn't worried about ultra settings. I wasn't necessarily worried about frame rates. I just wanted a gaming experience that I controlled, and that's what I like about PC gaming.
Hey, Rand,
it's however I want it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Rand, correct me if I'm wrong. I know one thing we talked about, of course, me, you, and Nick, I brought up before was content creator bills, right? Mm-hmm. Am I wrong? Did I hear that the Xbox One X can stream at 4K 60? Is this true?
Stream or capture?
Either one. I remember I know something about recording or streaming.
So, you know, the Xbox One has the upload studio, and it can capture at 720p 30, right? Because that's I get a lot of that in my comments when I do videos from Xbox. Like I capture the footage, like, oh, it's Sony 720p. It's like, hey man, that's what it captures it at. Like on Share Factory on the PlayStation 4, that's 1080p 60, but on the Xbox it's 720p 30. I think it streams out. I want to say it's 720 as well. Like if you're streaming to Twitch or Mixer. The Xbox One X is supposed to do 4K 60, but I don't think
on the stream.
On the capture, yes. On the stream, I doubt you'll be able to stream it. They haven't announced 4K streaming yet, so I think it'll be 1080p 60. I think you'll be able to stream at 1080p 60, but you'll be able to capture.
For me, if it can stream,
shit, I might buy an Xbox One X if you could stream that shit at 4K 60. Legit, my PC cannot stream at 4K.
Yeah, That'd be a miracle, dog.
I have a fucking 1080. I cannot stream it. I cannot stream it 4K. I could probably play at 4K if I bought a
1080p 60 is perfect. 1080p 60 is perfect. Streaming at 1080p 60 is wonderful.
Yeah, I'll go on. My best guess is you'll be able to stream at 1080p 60. Maybe down the road when they get the tools better and mixers more, built to do it, you might be able to do it 4K. But you can definitely capture footage at 4K 60. Which how much does a 4K capture card go for?
Yes,
expensive.
So I don't think they have any. Do they?
It definitely can capture.
Do they have any 4K 60 capture?
I know for a fact it can capture at 4K.
Oh,
60.
see, that's sweet. That is perfect.
That's an amazing feature.
Yeah, you can say F Elgato and at that.
Yeah.
So I mean, because it's like, I know you can build a powerful for PC for cheap, but it's like, but that's always like, okay, well, not including the Blu-ray player, which is expensive, but then also not including a 4K capture device, which is also going to be expensive. Like. And
in fairness, Shadowplay, it's built into your PC. That's what people are capturing with on PC.
Shadowplay, I heard about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard the same thing.
People use that, or like Fame's using OBS. That's extremely popular on PC. It's freeware.
Yeah, OBS.
Yeah, that's what I stream my consoles with is OBS. I have an Elgato HD60, and I plugged it in OBS. I personally don't like Share Factory, and I can't think of what's called on Xbox right now. I personally don't like them. I think they're extremely limited. I hated the editing on the Xbox, Xbox in particular. I hate that it's stuck on the cloud, so you have to wait for everything to kind of stream in and download.
That stuff they game, it's way.
Upload Studio was horrible.
I used to like Share Factory.
What I used to do was I used to capture my gameplay and go to XboxDVR.com and download it from my computer because it was instantaneous. Because Upload Studio was terrible.
Yeah. Here's the bullshit about Upload Studio. They have it on the Windows 10 games too, and it's better on the computer. Like, that makes no sense. You're copying the same thing. And it's not that the Xbox One doesn't have the hardware for it. They just didn't do it for whatever reason. I have no doubt in my mind that because the Xbox One and the Ps4 aren't that far off from each other.
You said what you were saying?
They're not.
I understand it's just slow. It's really slow to use.
Yes, it is.
They needed to make it more user friendly. And then way more options than what are available.
And why doesn't the Xbox stream to YouTube yet?
Oh, that's never going to happen.
I believe that's an issue with Microsoft and Google. I really do.
I hope it is.
Because if you think about it, the Xbox One had the YouTube app before the PlayStation did.
Yeah, for a few months.
Years.
I was jealous.
The first 2 years. It was it was about a year, maybe a year and a half.
Like a year.
It was a long time. Because I had both systems at the same time.
Yeah,
and I remember that it was a long time. But then
you could upload videos to your YouTube channel from your Xbox, like a direct upload to your channel. That was
I remember when the PS4 first came out, you had to like put it on Facebook and then download it.
All right, I used to hate that. I used to hate that, man. I used to be jealous of Xbox with that, man.
Like, so for me, even if I were to like go back to full on console gaming, I can never go back to capturing there. It's too limited.
Yeah,
like For me, that's one of the big things about PC in particular. It's flexibility.
Share Factory pretty dope though. But yeah, since I've been using Elgato, I can't go back after.
I'm just saying, with Share Factory, and like if that's your only means, especially
work with it.
Like if you had a PlayStation from day one and you use Share Factory to now, it's completely different. They've added a whole lot to it for people who can't afford an Elgato.
Right, I agree. I used to use it for like the first year or two.
Well, my games be 720p, but I checkerboard render them up to 1080.
Upscale that thing.
You know what the worst feature of Upload Studio is?
What?
The fact you can't save anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't save any projects.
Really?
On the system, yeah, you have to upload it to OneDrive.
Well, it's not even that. It's just I've had it fail to render or fail to upload, and the only thing you can do is discard the whole project. Like it doesn't save it.
Yeah.
So
I remember I used to use Share Factory before I got my capture card. Or not Upload Studio. And the amount of times that it failed made me just not want to capture Xbox gameplay.
Then they added that trash ass green screen. I was like, get this shit out of here. You can't make it record more than 5 minutes, but you're gonna add this trash ass green screen.
That's another thing that pissed me off. That 5 minutes, and you can't record a live gameplay.
Yeah,
it's all retroactive.
I think it was like 15 minutes, and then it went all the way up to 30.
Oh, you can do that on PS4 now?
Yeah, it's up to 30. You can choose it in like the settings. It's
because when the default is like I think 10, 15 minutes, and then you got to go into the settings.
Although can you record live? Because like with Xbox, you can choose the last 30 seconds, the last minute, the last 5 minutes, like 3 minutes and 5 minutes. We can also just start recording like the press of a button.
You can do that on Share Factory.
Oh, when did they start doing that on Xbox? I've only ever seen the retroactive one.
Yeah, you can make it record the last 5 minutes. It's once you hear.
That's what I mean. But like I can't like turn on a game and just do like a live commentary.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm mad the Xbox can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like start a game, start recording, and then like talk over it?
Yeah, you can do it on PlayStation.
Yeah, you can.
And PlayStation record up to 60 minutes.
Oh, is it 60?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
It's 60 minutes now.
Yep,
it's 60 minutes now.
30, and then it went 60.
Yeah, and as far as YouTube gaming.
You can record live commentary while playing a game live on PlayStation.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, like
open up
just start the game, double tap that share button, and it starts recording. And
I know it does it with me because with me, I don't have a mic. I use my PlayStation camera, so it catches my voice.
Trust me. Before I became a YouTube star like I am now, I used to do that.
Oh, please.
What was that about YouTube gaming, Ren? You about to say?
I was just saying YouTube gaming it's never gonna come. Like Microsoft has basically phased out Twitch now to concentrate on Mixer. So and then like you said, YouTube and Google don't get along. They're all about Mixer now, right? So they're not gonna let YouTube gaming come on. They phased. You can still stream with the Twitch app. But like all the notifications, like used to would send a notification to all your followers if you're streaming on Twitch. They no longer do that. They used to put the streams from Twitch on the store. So if you wanted to see, hey, who's streaming Dead Rising 4, you would put the Twitch streams there. They no longer do that. It's all Mixer. So like they completely just
they own Mixer too. Like why wouldn't you push your own product?
Exactly.
One thing I like about
Mixer, I get that.
The delay on Mixer is like literally
instantaneous, man.
Yeah,
I hear Mixer is actually a really good
5 minutes for a reply. On Mixer, it's instant. Like instantly hear me can instantly reply back to me. It's a beautiful thing. I love it.
I wanted to try Mixer, but it's not on PlayStation.
Well, Microsoft hasn't ruled out letting the Sony fans.
Microsoft's all about like cross play and all. Like they would love if PlayStation.
Sony not getting Mixer,
but Sony ain't doing that because they don't want to promote anything.
I mean, yeah, that plus they have live with PlayStation. It's like their little hub, so they have like little live with PlayStation, whereas PlayStation people live streaming from the actual PlayStation, and then the people who are live streaming to Twitch, and they got all of it in one hub. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and maybe this is just my bias. Like I look at Mixer like I look at Hitbox. Why would you stream there when the audience is on Twitch? Like even YouTube. Like if you're really about live streaming, go to Twitch.
Yeah,
if you're really about making like actual videos, that's what you do on YouTube.
It's hard to get a following on Twitch.
But
it's gonna be harder to get one on Mixer because ain't nobody there.
Yeah, but you can if you're just starting now, I would recommend Mixer because Twitch and YouTube are completely oversaturated. Yeah, like you could make something on Mixer. Sure, it might be a struggle, but like, I mean, come on, Twitch, yes, it has the audience, but the audience is there for certain people.
Right.
You start streaming now on Twitch, you'll get one person. Like you could stream on Mixer, maybe you get a few, but if you stick with it because there's less people there and less competition, so to speak.
My first day on Mixer, my first stream, I had like 10 people in there. And I was shocked. I didn't expect nobody to be in there. I was like, oh, what the hell?
And here's the thing. If you're streaming from Xbox, and if you have a number of followers on Xbox, it sends notification to everybody. And then everybody can come in. I mean, I streamed last week twice on Mixer. I'll be honest, I really like it. And then we're already talking about doing, co-streaming. That's another thing. Up to 4 people
that is amazing.
At the same time.
Oh wait, you can't.
Yeah, but on your system though. I mean, well, you kind of.
Well, I was really thinking like if you really want to do co-streaming, you could on Restream. But then I thought about it. You're streaming directly from the console.
Co-stream is dope. Yeah, four of us can start a stream and people watch it, and I'll watch all 4 of us at one time.
But we're talking about features on your console that used to be only unique to the PC. And I understand there's something different, though. I think you have to do as far as setting up the co-streaming stuff on the Xbox. But I see where they're going with it. And Mixer had a huge presence at E3. This wasn't a time where Microsoft was just kind of throwing something out there, because sometimes Microsoft has a habit of not fully supporting some of their products and services sometimes, but it appears that they are in it for the long haul with Mixer. Mixer was, everywhere. When I was looking for the PlayStation 4 booth and area, it was just kind of funny because I was filming. I saw this big Mixer sign. I was like, no, there's no way the PlayStation is near here, because Microsoft's Mixer is just like right here, front and center. And lo and behold, right before you enter the PlayStation and the post where IG and all, there's this big Mixer booth right there. Huge.
Yeah, I really think Microsoft they're starting to get it as far as looking at the bigger picture. Like, they want to be not just the games console, but gaming. They want to facet in everything in gaming. They have their game show with Xbox Week, or what's it, This Week in Xbox. They have their live streaming service. Of course, they have their console. They're trying to be a part of everything in gaming. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I think the interactive part of it is actually pretty dope too. That's I don't know if that's been around somewhere else, but I think the interactive part of it is actually pretty dope.
Well, Xbox has always been a social platform too, so I think if anyone, Xbox is the right platform to do something like streaming.
Is Mixer on Elgato as well, or will it come to Elgato?
Well, it's on your PC, so you can hook your Elgato up.
Yeah,
if you go to restream.io, you can sync all of your streaming apps together, and then go into OBS. They'll give you an individual stream key for restream, and then it'll send it to all of the streaming apps that you're using.
Are there any fees, Kev, with restreaming? Is there
you can pay for it. It's a freeware app. You can pay for it to get more features.
Okay.
But you don't have. But it's not mandatory.
I was gonna say, I think Nia uses that because she streams on like 3 different.
Yeah, she told me.
One time.
Yeah, a lot of people use it. It's free. It's free. Like, that's what I was doing when I was streaming more consistently. I was going to Hitbox, YouTube, and Twitch.
Listen,
my question was how was how the latency was on that, and Nia said it was pretty decent.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Thinking, you're streaming to 3 and 4 different,
Because what you're doing is you're streaming directly to Restream, and then on their servers, they're streaming it out to the other platforms.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey, it's just hard. It's because I used to stream on Twitch, and then I stopped, and I kind of started doing the YouTube thing. But I've streamed on Mixer, and like it's honestly hard to go back to Twitch, because with the Twitch there's a 20-second delay, and Mixer is instantaneous. It's kind of a different experience. Now, here's what I think will happen. I think Twitch will somehow develop their own technology for it and do near 0-second latency, and then like a lot of Mixer's advantages will be negated, because you got to feel like Twitch is probably like, all right, we probably need to do this. But then, Mixer is directly integrated with the Xbox, so it is the second tab now. Fame, you saw it's like you go home, like where your game is, the next tab over is literally Mixer.
Yep.
It's like they push that. They're pushing that very hard. They've spent a lot of money on it. The plans they have for Mixer are huge and ever growing. So it's going to be interesting to see what it grows to in a few years.
And it was dope if you was watching the after the day after E3, the little E3 daily stuff. If you was watching it throughout the Mixer, they would give you free games. So I watched it through Mixer, and I ended up getting like No Time to Explain, the last station, Rare Replay. Like I turned my Xbox on. I had DLC for Halo Wars 2. I think that's pretty dope what they're doing with it. And they're starting off great with the marketing of it, which I think is brilliant. But before we switch topics, I do want to let you guys know we will have a show next week, but will not be on Wednesday. It will be on Thursday. So Double XP next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you guys are locked. Now, we're all switching topics, and I do want to talk about Sony's PR statements in 2017. We all know from the start of the generation, Sony has been flawless for the most part. They haven't had any hiccups. They haven't done anything wrong in the PR department. They've been zing after zing with the things they do as far as how do you share games, and they haven't made a bad move yet. Until 2017 came, and everybody wants to say something stupid or do something stupid. Even let's
not forget, Sony was banning people from PSN. What was back in 2014, 2015? His credit card information got stolen. He told his bank to get his money back, and they banned him from PSN.
That did happen.
that was isolated, but like the stuff going on right now is just so.
Like just recently with the chargebacks.
This isn't isolated. This happened a few times. With
the chargebacks from PayPal, they're banning people. We don't have a clear answer whether or not EA or Sony did the Photoshop job on Anthem, which I think is absolutely hilarious. The whole situation, but. What do you guys think about what's going on with Sony and their PR at the beginning of 2017? It's been kind of funky lately. What's going on?
I think they're getting kind of cocky, to be honest. They're getting a little too relaxed right now, in my opinion. They're letting people talk that normally shouldn't be talking. You know, Jim Ryan, for example. You know, I just think they're getting kind of cocky. They're getting a little relaxed right now. They need to tighten that ship up over there because, you know, Xbox is, you know, starting to make some moves right now. You know what I'm saying? They might actually become competition this year. So,
they're not. I know they're not.
They might, man. They might become competition.
Xbox is not going. It is math.
Or 2018, they may actually become some real competition. So, like, Sony needs to go ahead and tighten this ship over there.
Xbox is down like 4-1
left and right.
Yeah, now let's get to this freaking Photoshop stuff. So EA is saying check Sony's saying check EA. So like okay, so do we really think someone at PlayStation, YouTube, do we really think that they Photoshopped it, or do we think EA did this? Like
EA not taking that blame.
EA not taking the blame.
Holla at Sony. EA not taking that blame.
EA, like people just
either way, I think it's a bad look for Sony, man. Because
okay, but wait a minute. If EA didn't do it, and EA not taking the blame, is EA saying they didn't do it?
Nah, they just say go talk to Sony. They didn't say they didn't do it or not. They just
okay. That's pretty much saying they didn't do it. They saying Sony did it. Talk to Sony. Come on.
It's PR, no comment.
And Sony hasn't said anything. That's the problem. Sony ain't saying nothing.
Oh, come on, Dan. Come on.
Wait, so EA what? So someone asked EA and EA said they had no comment?
Yeah,
EA said talk to Sony.
Talk to Sony. Yep. And Sony hasn't said anything, so that makes them look very guilty right now.
Can you link me this, good sir? Because I would like to see EA's response.
I don't know.
Because I would like to see.
I don't know.
Because usually how this works is that the publishers send the developers the publishers send Microsoft and Sony the videos.
Right.
And they probably sent the
Xbox put it up.
version, and I think Sony, if anyone, did doctor it up. But my question is still, why is this relevant?
Well, it was relevant. It was relevant 2 years ago when Microsoft put up the Witcher 3 footage and everybody threw a hissy fit.
No, Kev.
And nobody was saying this is common practice.
It's shady. No, it's shady, Kev. No, this is some shady shit. Like
there are buttons on the screen. Are we here for the gameplay and to see what the game actually is?
You know, they're trying to pass it off. They're trying to pass it off as PlayStation footage when it's Xbox footage.
Exactly.
That is not a good look. That is horrible.
What they should have just said is it's PC footage and left it alone.
It's Xbox X footage, sir.
Right. No, I'm saying, but if they would have said that in the first place, that would have taken both sides off the hook. And at the same time, like, are we interested more in the game, or are we interested in what plastic it's on?
If it's on the PlayStation YouTube channel, it needs to be PlayStation gameplay. End of story. That's shady. And it's a bad look right now. Like, Sony really needs to say something. It makes them look guilty as hell, which I'm inclined to think they are guilty.
I'm trying to figure out if
I can't find
publisher sent them the footage and it was footage that didn't have PlayStation things on it. Why not send it back and tell them to send them game or whatever they sent them?
Right, there has to be quality control.
Yeah,
right?
Well, but you could only see it if
can't make EA do shit.
But like, I don't know, because like usually how this stuff, like when I get press releases developers, they send me the trailers, and like they send Sony and Microsoft that stuff. They flip out the icons, right? Mm-hmm. So my thinking is EA sent it. Because my thinking is there is no PS4 Pro version of that game. There's no footage on it running on a PS4 Pro. So they just took the footage from the Xbox One X. They thought they could get away with doing a good job, transposing the icons for the PlayStation and sending it to Sony. Because at the end of the day, it's a multi-platform game. Sony wants their fans to know that Anthem's coming to their system, and EA wants money. So EA did, they did the work. They gave it to Sony. Sony was like, all right, well, we trust EA because we've done this millions of times. They put it up on their channel, but they didn't check to make sure. And, of course, then there's people out there who literally went through it frame by frame until they saw the discrepancy. So then what's Sony to do? Like, they got caught red-handed putting up like it's what I said today on Xbox 2 podcast. Like, I'm responsible for what goes up on my YouTube channel.
Right.
Like, if one of my friends sends me a video and I put it up on my channel, even if it's from him, it reflects on me. So you're responsible for what goes up on your channel. Like, same thing with Fame. Like, he's responsible for what goes up on his channel. So, you know, should they have gone through the fine-tooth comb to make sure nothing was wrong? Maybe, but probably they just assumed EA did it right. However, with that said, if Sony literally took the footage and doctored it themselves and put it up without EA's knowledge, that's some shady shit.
I'm trying to find the link to where they had said I can't. I'm losing my mind trying to find.
If they did that, that's different. But I don't know, man.
I just remember a Microsoft apologizing because they had uploaded PC footage of The Witcher 3 to their YouTube channel, and the entire internet going ballistic and going crazy.
No one was saying this is common practice.
And
this happens all the time. Not a big deal.
One made excuse for Microsoft whatsoever. Only thing all I say is, if we're going to hold one company accountable, we should hold them all. That's the only issue I have in this. You guys know me. I don't give a rat's. Okay, I'm
gonna give a shit. I'll say it for you. She don't give a shit.
Thank you. Okay. I don't. Who wins a war? You know, I don't. I don't care who's leading in sales. I don't care about NPDs. I'm gonna game wherever I want to play my games at, and nobody gonna tell me how I'm gonna spend my money. Okay. But what I do say is we should hold their feet to the fire, regardless of who it is. If we were angry at Microsoft, we should be angry at Sony. We should call it. Call a spade a spade.
We have too many people that are more about the plastic than the games. They will defend Sony.
And if we're going to dismiss it and say it's no big deal, then it's no big deal if Microsoft does it. It's no big deal if Sony. We should just not make it a big deal. Like Kev said, just go ahead and game. Who cares if whatever whose gameplay it is or how I got there? If that's the case, just don't have these different standards though.
One of these big media outlets, I will find it, who talked about it, said they had asked EA for a comment, and they said, and Nick, I know Nick must have read the same article. I will find it for this night.
Well, I saw one where Eurogamer asked Sony, and Sony hasn't responded. I didn't see any of that. They asked EA about it, but Nick said it best. Like you go to these YouTube channels, and you're supposed to, what they put up there is supposed to be indicative of your experience if you get that game on PlayStation.
Right. Exactly.
And the reason people were upset with Microsoft was because the footage they put up at Witcher 3 at 1080p 60 is not indicative of what you would be playing on the Xbox One. And the same thing goes for this. The PS4 Pro is a weaker system than the Xbox One X. That game is not going to look or run like that on the PS4 Pro, so it's not indicative of what you'd be getting if you played it on PlayStation, and that's where you can say the deception lies in on that one, you know?
Exactly. It's false advertising. It's shady business.
Shout out to the Macaval 010 for the support.
Thinking about it too, E3 is all deception and lies. Remember Watch Dogs, The Division, The Witcher's original trailer.
Don't remind me, man. Don't remind me.
I'm saying the gaming industry stay lying to us. I don't trust them, motherfucker.
I don't trust them either, but I'm hoping that this freaking this Anthem, man, looks just like that. Like, I'm hoping it does. I hope it looks better, actually. I'm hoping they look better.
See, I've always said this. I'm not a fanboy of plastic. I'm a fanboy of Mass Effect. I admit it first and foremost.
Yeah, we
Fuck
know.
Anthem.
This man.
Yeah, how does it make you feel to know that Mass Effect is never ever coming back, bro?
Yeah, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel that somebody bought me? How does it make you feel that somebody bought me at Andromeda and I haven't even touched it yet?
How does it feel to know that Anthem's the real Mass Effect?
Oh, damn.
That's not even accurate, but damn. He's trying.
I'm just saying, like, look, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, but like,
I don't see the correlation between Anthem and Mass Effect.
I mean, the real
team a lot more like Destiny.
Well, I look at it.
They said they're avoiding lore. Like, Mass Effect, a lot of the appeal is the lore. And they say, oh, Anthem shit just happens because it happens. We're not focused on the story. We're just here.
I just think
because
I just thought it was kind of bad that Mass Effect, this great franchise, gets handed off to a B-tier studio and never made a game. And the real people who made real Mass Effect what it was are making this new game that turns out to be what Mass Effect should have been for the new gen.
That is sad.
Right.
You know?
That is so true.
Right. The big part of it too, I was good with them ending at Mass Effect 3.
So was I.
I was good with that. I thought it was a great series, a great franchise. If you're gonna come back at equal quality or not at all. And now they say, and I don't necessarily believe the rumors of them shelving it because of reviews. I believe they might have squandered their money, so there might not be any single player DLC. That might be true.
I think they shelved it because of sales. I don't think it had anything to do with the reviews. This is EA we're talking about, you know? All that matters to them is money.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, they don't care about quality.
while a lot of that is true, keep in mind when businesses do projects like this, they have a budget. They planned out the DLC. They probably already budgeted. They probably had already started it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but if because before all the rumors happened, you know, originally that like the team had all been moved, I was told by someone very high up that it was dead. And this is before all that news came out. So like I'm pretty confident it'll probably be another 10 years before you hear about another Mass Effect. The game's dead, unfortunately.
I don't know why they did that
though.
I still have a wait and see attitude, but that's how I am about most things. Especially because I don't trust a word Kotaku says. Like if this would have came from GameSpot or Eurogamer, that would have held a lot more weight to me.
And you know what's the weird thing is? It's like when I last looked, Mass Effect was the 5th best-selling game of the year. Mm-hmm. So if you're saying the 5th best-selling game of the year is not profitable in any way and you have to shelve the franchise, what does that say about the video game industry overall?
Mm-hmm.
I saw
remember when Tomb Raider sold like 3 million or was it 2 million? And Square Enix said, "Oh, that's not profitable enough."
Excuse me?
I remember.
I'll sell my copy of Mass Effect for $20. Who wants it?
It was Best Buy brand new right now for $20.
You gotta play that game, Nickodemus.
It's brand new. I haven't even played it. Somebody bought it for me. I'm not playing it.
I mean, you stop disrespecting Mass Effect, sir.
I love Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, man. But this right here, I can't get with it. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Yeah. Mass Effect Andromeda is not a bad game. It is the weakest story of the 3.
Speaking of getting jiggy with shit.
Crash
Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy is out, and it is actually selling faster than Horizon Zero Dawn. So the nostalgia of people, the love of Crash is prevalent as ever. What do you guys think about, how fast and well this game is selling, and has anyone played it, and are you enjoying it?
I knew it was going to happen. I told people, I'm like, yo, they're doing this test run for Crash to see if the interest is still there. If the interest is still there like I think it is, it's going to catch fire. I knew it.
People have been asking for these old PS1 and PS2 IPs forever. Now they're asking for Jax again.
I played Crash. I played Crash 1 or whatever like that. And I didn't really like the controls and stuff, as you guys know. I may give like Crash 2 and 3 a chance before I just totally ride the whole thing off. But I didn't really like the controls or whatever. But I am glad that it's selling really well, because it may bring back like the interest in publishers to make more quality platformers. So I am happy for that aspect of it. Now, as far as like a new Crash or whatever like that, that'd be cool too. Bring it up to speed as far as the modern day goes, like the controls and what a platformer should feel like, in my opinion. That'd be cool. But mainly the big thing is this is bigger than Crash for me. I'm excited to see what publishers will do as far as making some really good new IPs in the platforming genre. Because right now, mainly platformers, they're mainly in the indie side of things, which, honestly, platformers is like my favorite type of genre. So that's why I play a lot of independent games, because they make those types of games for the most part. So I'm excited to see like more AAA studios get behind this. And I think they will. Sales matter. Money matters. So if they see Crash doing this well, more publishers get behind it.
Hey, Rand.
If you want a platformer, don't you just buy a Nintendo?
No, sir. No, we needed more than on Nintendo. I hear what you're saying. Like that Mario looks dope. That Mario actually has me wanting to buy a Switch, but something told me today, you better finish building this damn PC first before you buy anything else, you light-skinned bastard. So,
That's right. And if you want, dude, I'm tell you straight up. I'll sell you my 970 for 120. It's still sitting on my shelf.
Rand, I gotta ask you, and I'm holding your feet to the fire. I gotta ask you, is it coming to Xbox, Rand? Is it coming to Xbox?
I mean, they never said it was exclusive to PlayStation. It's not in the box, so yeah, it's coming.
I mean, it's owned by Activision. Activision likes money.
You talking about Crash? It'll be on Xbox next year. It'll be a year.
Like next year?
I don't care about what's coming to Xbox. What's coming to PC?
It'll be a year next year. This time.
I don't know. I mean, there's the rumors it was coming in December.
December?
I don't know, man. I think if it might go to PC, you never know. But my feeling is, as good as like that nostalgia hit real hard, and for people who haven't played it, I wouldn't mind it going to other platforms, man.
It's not going to PC. PC ain't got no games.
That was my child. Yo, Crash is like my childhood.
PC ain't got no good games. They just got RTS games, so it's not.
What
RTS.
is this?
RTS games are amazing.
Two of my
it's like what
performers got to be Crash and Mario. So I'm just happy that they're back. So in
Let me ask this question.
I want a new Jack and Daxter, but I know I'm never gonna get one.
Not from Naughty Dog.
I saw an article today. They were talking about remastering Jack and Daxter. Actually, I was looking at it at work on my lunch break on my phone, so I don't have the
that remaster's coming this August. That Jack and Daxter along with the Uncharted game.
And that's dope. I will play that because I'm a huge.
What does this say about the gaming industry though? When Crash outsells everything except for Ghost Recon.
That's crazy. I'm
not surprised.
It's
nostalgia powerful, man. Nostalgia powerful.
I don't even think it's nostalgia. I think it's just the lack of quality.
It's the fact
like how many games are just copy and paste each other?
True.
Like all these games, like you can switch out Tomb Raider for Uncharted and have a decent experience.
But as far as quality, those like Crash is not that great.
I'm about to say the same thing.
I never played
Crash. Is overrated.
Crash is overrated.
Crash is
overrated as hell.
I love Crash, and the thing about Crash
is nostalgia. That's why you love it.
Crash. I'll say that the difference between 1, 2, and 3 are the controls and the difficulty. Because Crash 1, the controls are bad, but the game is harder. Crash 2, the game is easier, but the controls aren't that bad either.
Yeah, I need to try Crash 2 because Crash 1 threw me off for the whole thing. I was like,
Crash 1 is not that the game is harder, but it's harder because 9 times out of 10 the controls are not up to par. But when you play Crash 2, the controls aren't like that. Because a lot of my friends have the game and they keep telling me the same thing. They're like, "Yo, the controls this and the other," but when they play the second one, it's a totally different experience. Same thing with Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Uncharted 1, the shooting mechanics was crazy, but
they were just too loose.
Way better.
They were too loose in the original. That was the problem for me.
Yeah, it was way better. But I'm happy because it did what it did in 2 days. That's insane.
And it's an old game.
That's hope right there. That's hope, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I mean, I don't think good games are good games. Good games are timeless. Look at something like the Xbox backward compatible games.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure Black Ops 2 is one of the most popular games on Xbox.
Exactly, and that's the point I'm making.
But see,
I was told by Sony nobody wants to play old games.
To see, thank
because you know what?
High five.
Because
Thank
the Sony apologists are mad that they don't have backward compatibility.
Another PR statement.
But I don't want them looking or running the same either. Crash doesn't look like it did on PS2.
Crash is a remake. It's
just like Ratchet and Clank.
The ground up.
Clank that came out last year.
It was a complete remake again from the ground up.
Oh, you know what? I figured it out. I know why Sony's making all these bad PR statements. They're trying to catch up to Xbox and Microsoft.
Oh God!
Shots fired.
To try to pull some.
I'm just saying. Bill said that single player games suck ass, and there's no reason.
No, sir. So
that's why you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying? They're trying to catch up.
He did not say that.
Wouldn't give him a hug at E3. He's still mad.
Uncle Shu pissed me off. I'm not dealing with him no more.
Do y'all think Crash is going to be #1 in NPDs, and it only came out for 2 days?
Nah.
What else came out in June?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
No,
I can't think of it in June.
Yeah, it might be
It's
number
still
one.
an old game though. I'm responding to somebody in the chat.
Number one
It
would
could be a
probably be like
remake,
Grand Theft Auto.
maybe, yeah, but it's still an
2
old
when it came
game.
back
That's the
from-
point I'm making. I'm not
Black
doing
Ops 2
that versus
on the top
remix.
10 as an old ass game. I mean, shit happens.
But the thing is, too, when the last time you had a Crash, like, man, Activision been holding Crash hostage for how long? We've been.
And now that it's successful, you're going to get Crash Team Racing. You're going to get all a bunch of publishers being like, well, Bubsby's back. You know, like, you're going to see a whole bunch of...
Activision has been doing... Activision has been, like, holding Sony hostage for... I know Sony's probably been trying for years.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping this shows... This lets Phil know that he should bring back Blinks or let Blinks come back. I'd be happy about that.
How many IPs that Xbox just let die on the original?
They got a whole bunch of IPs. And
I'm saying this, I never owned the original Xbox. I bought an Xbox 360 because the PS3 launch price pissed me off. Otherwise, I would probably never ever touch the Xbox. I loved my PlayStation.
The Xbox, but Xbox, and then what's going on with Rare? We're having conquering all those games. They're sitting on a crap ton of IPs, dude. They're just sitting on IPs.
Yeah, they're just sitting on them. And Xbox
got Banjo-Kazooie
library of games.
A Banjo-Kazooie
on these IPs.
A Banjo remake wouldn't sell like crazy. Hell yeah!
How many?
Conquer remake wouldn't sell like crazy. Hell yeah!
So let me ask you a question. How many of y'all were a little upset that when y'all saw that Super Lucky Tales that wasn't Conquer?
I was pissed.
Yeah.
I thought it was Conquer at first.
The crowd was like, oh.
I thought it was Conquer,
everybody
G.
did say that though. I
was putting that shit on everybody.
I thought it was too.
It was like, oh.
Super Lucky Tales. Don't take away from Super
Sony's
Lucky
doing a good
Tales.
thing too. Because Sony got a bunch of IPs too. Like, I still want Siphon Filter back. God damn it.
The thing about Sony is they kill their IPs and make new ones.
Yeah.
They do it every generation.
Well, I mean, Microsoft kills their IPs too.
But they don't make new ones. That's the
Hey
problem.
guys, I do want to say,
they had Recore. Nobody liked Recore
Okay,
that much.
Cat, please stop now. Please stop.
I do want to say,
really, fam? Really?
We talked about Crash, the platformer coming to Xbox, but then we know that's a platform that ain't coming to PlayStation. Cuphead, who mad? Raise your hand, Nick.
Why is this making the? I don't understand why it's making the news though.
I have an Xbox. Why would I be mad? Like that don't make no sense.
I have a PC. I play all the
And honestly, Cuphead was never meant to come to PlayStation.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
This.
I made a video. I don't know why. I made a video about that today. The real reason. Of course, people make deals. I think it's silly, but everyone's up in arms about, oh my god, it's never coming to PS4. I'm like, why?
I've associated Cuphead with Xbox since the beginning. Like, so
I never thought it was coming to PlayStation.
It's been like in development for how many years? 5 years. We've been talking about Cuphead for 5 years or so now. Like,
I'm just glad
it has not been 5 years.
I just hope it doesn't end up like Quantum Broke.
Cuphead's gonna be dope. No, Cuphead's gonna be dope. It's an indie, so it's
notes people. They just
off top. Independent developers.
Scalebound,
listen to me. Independent developers care about their game. It's gonna be
no, but Ori and the Blind Forest did really well. Okay, and it was
Ori's dope. I haven't beat it yet. I played some
Ori very well, and I look at Cuphead in the same aspect as I do Ori. That it's almost what Moon Studios did with Ori, and Microsoft came behind and supported. And I see the same thing with Cuphead. And so,
the Cuphead devs sold their houses and everything to make this game great. So it's gonna be great.
Refinance.
Going back to Ori, I really hope Microsoft.
My bad.
Going back to Ori, I really hope Microsoft takes care of this IP and they keep this IP. Because that's one of my biggest problems with Microsoft. They just don't have enough IP.
But they did announce the will. They did announce. You didn't see the will.
No, I saw they announced a new one. But I'm saying I hope it becomes like a long-standing IP.
Well, they only
Halo and Gears and Forza.
Oh, Microsoft.
I don't want an Ori every year, but maybe like a new Ori every 2-3 years.
I'm pretty sure.
IP?
I'm pretty sure Microsoft owns the Ori IP.
Nice.
Good. I like that.
I thought you said they own the Cuphead IP. I'm gonna say
no. The Cuphead is owned by.
I wouldn't have a problem with them owning that either.
But yeah, Ori is owned by Microsoft, but Moon Studios is an independent studio.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
it's one of those Gears situations.
Like Kevin
and don't sleep on Ashen either. That's not
Gears. Ashen. Ashen looks amazing.
I play Ashen. I play Ashen. I play Super Lucky's Tale. Don't sleep on that game. Just don't.
Super Lucky Tale gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and Ashen has a lot of potential. It really does.
When I first saw Ashen, I thought it was a $20 game. Now it's gonna be a full-blown $60 game.
It's really gonna be $60.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it looks great. I think it's gonna be $40.
I don't know. The verdict's out for me whether or not this is a $60 game, $40 game. But just even what I played, it was still a nice polished game.
Amazon has it up right now for $60.
I think it's the same thing with I think Lawbreakers is gonna be $30. Hellblade is gonna be like
4. Oh no, Hellblade gonna be 30.
30. Yeah, I think a lot of these games are just going digital only and not trying to sell you a $60 price tag. They're like, you'll get.
Well, keep in mind, Lawbreakers is an indie too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'll take that. I like the $30 and $40.
Ninja Theory.
I do too. I like indies. I have no beef with it.
The only thing I don't like is I'm not a digital person, so I hate having just buy.
See, that's the thing with these prices and these independent developers, man. You know you're not gonna get ass raped. That's why I stick with indie, man, so I don't have to get ass raped.
But if the game does,
Ark Survival says otherwise.
If the game does great, then they may put a physical copy in the store.
Ass rape with no Vaseline, just dry ass rape.
Bruh, see, I know this double XP and all. You gotta chill, B.
Bruh.
I know we are double XP.
You brought the ice cube back,
but
though.
You gotta chill, B.
The visuals.
That's what the AAA studios do to you, man.
Visuals.
That's what these console companies do to you. What you talking about?
Lord have mercy.
See, now I got that.
Living that PC gamer talk.
I'm gonna have to meditate and all that to get that out of my head.
Well, it's not the PC gamer talk. Like Jaleesa, we've talked about this before. My biggest beef with console is Sony and Microsoft. It's not necessarily the console experience. It's Sony and Microsoft. And I still don't understand why PlayStation gamers don't complain about having to pay for online on PS4 when it was free on PS3. And they
because they're winning, dog. They got the sales, man.
Oh, no, I complain.
No, I'm saying but they announced that at launch.
I didn't like.
Why did y'all say something in the beginning?
Oh, believe me, I didn't like paying. I didn't like that either.
Mm-mm. Like I don't understand. I saw people damage controlling. That's what I saw.
This is what people told me. Well, if you're getting something for free, you get what you pay for. I'm like, okay, well.
I got free online, and my free online is amazing. Or free online gaming, and my free online gaming is amazing.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was like, well, what Microsoft was charging you for everything, and everything was under that subscription. They were okay with that too. But till they changed everything. Like I was like, yo, I gotta have a gold joint to play Netflix. I didn't understand it.
I don't understand it to this day.
Yeah,
I didn't understand it when I was just on 360. I refused. What got me to pay for Xbox Live was I really wanted to play Mass Effect 3 online. Before that, the rest of the generation, I refused to play.
Why y'all talking about old shit?
I'm just saying.
No, I totally agree. Though I don't think that we should be playing. We should have to pay to play multiplayer online. Now the services and all the other goodies behind that come with that. I think that's something. But as a gamer, I don't. I think it should be free.
It's time for them to revamp Live and Plus because it's time to revamp it. It's time to, if you're not going to get rid of it, it's time to incentivize it more. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. What's going to give them the incentive to do that, though? Like we're paying for it no matter what right now. So what's going to give them the incentive to even change it?
The only way they're doing it is people stop renewing, but that's not going to happen.
I know. So
or
that's
people
what I'm
complaining now. Think about what they did with the Kinect. Like I was hoping PlayStation dudes were gonna rise up when they announced the paid online, like Xbox players did when they after what that shit that Don Matrick said. Because it happened at the same time. I thought both sides were gonna be pissed.
And that's exactly why we need strong competition. We need somebody. The thing is, it's only two that has online gaming. That's Sony and Microsoft. So it's almost like they've got a duopoly here.
Yeah.
I mean,
because until one says, okay, I'm not gonna make my gamers pay for multiplayer. Well, we know Sony was doing that last gen though, but this is a whole different ball game we're in now because
everybody's doing it now. Nintendo's getting ready to do it.
Yeah.
It's like until gamers treat all platforms equal and really look at the benefits to everything.
Yep.
We're never going to see it. We still see it. We still live in a time where many gamers see, okay, PlayStation's superior or Xbox superior or PC superior. And then I guess there's Nintendo guys somewhere in there.
Mhm.
I don't hear too many people saying Nintendo's superior.
You know, something I want to get back to really fast. We talked about earlier about the whole capture, the whole recording thing, and I didn't notice until actually Kev pointed it out to me on a video. Do you need at one point? I don't know if you still do. You need an Xbox Live Gold to be able to use Upload Studio?
Yes.
Is it still like that? Because that's trash.
I don't know if it's still like that. I know it was like that a lot.
I know it was.
I've had capture cards for 2 years. So I've had my Elgato for almost a year now, and then I had before that. So I don't know what's late now. I don't use that shit no more.
What's your question, Fame?
You still have to pay for Xbox Live to use the Xbox Upload Studio.
Oh, well, I mean, who doesn't pay for Xbox Live though? So
I don't.
But I think that's a stupid thing to have that behind a paywall, though.
Well, they had Netflix and all that free stuff behind a paywall at one point.
True.
Yeah, they did.
That was just them trying to squeeze as much money as they possibly can out. Well, also at the time, like they didn't, like PSN was what it was, so Microsoft didn't feel the effect of it, and then clearly they saw the effect of it and they needed to get rid of it. So
yeah, because they didn't even get free games until PlayStation started doing it.
Yep.
PlayStation didn't start doing it until after.
Well, PlayStation did it when people weren't buying PlayStation Plus. Remember, PlayStation Plus was just the games.
Yeah.
And people weren't buying that shit. And then they said, "Oh, let's bundle PSN with it."
Yeah, when PSN went down and they gave away those free games, and then people were like, "Oh, I like this," and it was like, you know what? Ding! Something went off in their head.
I agree that online should be free, like the multiplayer and stuff. More people would play online. It's just from a business perspective, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo will never give up that guaranteed revenue stream unless they could do something differently that would eclipse what they're currently making. For it. So it'll never happen.
I think if the Xbox side stood up enough and complained enough, like they did when they found out that the PC guys were going to play those games online with them for free, I think if the Xbox guys would have spoke up more of them, like as a collective group, I think they would have done something.
I think like people just kind of like, I'm gonna play my Call of Duty and my 2K, and I'm just gonna get Xbox Live, and like they're like the vocal minority, like it is a vocal minority on Twitter, like the people that complain. It's an echo chamber, so you think you're hearing, or you think you hear stuff that's bigger than it is, but it's really not. No,
I agree with you. My wife actually has the same attitude. She's like, it's just $50. For me, it's not about it's just $50. It's about the principle.
Right, but you're also a PC gamer. You're used to not paying for it. Something free.
Well, but I said that on the 360. Well, I got my PC because of the Xbox One reveal.
Right. A lot of people just
and
are like,
I was saying that on the 360 as well.
A lot of people are just fine paying for Xbox Live.
Yeah, it's second nature.
It's kind of what it is.
I think it is.
Yeah,
and the same thing with PlayStation now. It's just kind of like,
yeah, it is what it is.
And I don't even, I mean, I haven't paid for it in a couple years, but like,
it's nice. 4 years for me now.
So
I have Xbox Live for another month, and that was only because my son spent his allowance money on it, and I'm like, I'm just not doing it again. Like,
I mean, but Microsoft gives it to you. You can get it for free, guys. It's something called Microsoft Rewards. Okay, you Microsoft, you can just go to and sign up, and if you're not on it, I'm at about 20,000 Microsoft points now, so I'm 8,000 away from another Xbox Live Gold. Okay, and my renewal isn't up until 2020.
What do you got to do to get those points, though?
You just search. You can search. You don't have to do anything but search Bing.
Surf on Bing. Buy certain games at a certain time.
But if you buy games,
I literally don't know what the incentive is.
If you buy games that's added, whatever you do, they have there's 4 or 5 different ways that you can add points to it to get to that 28,000.
Okay. And if I might look into it. I don't know if it benefits me for the way that I play. I primarily play PC and PlayStation these days, but it is good that there's ways to get it.
It's free. I don't pay for it. 4 years now.
I need to get on that system.
I've been telling y'all that. I don't know what's wrong with you.
First time hearing this.
I'm gonna start prostituting myself out to get Xbox Live.
Light-skinned, another mother. I said it before, okay?
My bad.
Nick, we can always go back to stripping. We can make extra money for Xbox Live.
That is true.
For that now?
That is true. I could do that.
I've been doing it for free for years. Damn it.
I don't think the free games are a good substitute, anyways, because most people don't care. Like, I don't think there's a majority, like, because people were like, well, you can make multiplayer free, but then offer more games or the different as soon as you make multiplayer not free, they're dropping that subscription. Like people don't care about, whatever indie game they're giving out. It's good on PlayStation this month because Until Dawn, but most months it's not good. So it's like, hey, by the way, you can play Call of Duty for free. People will be like,
they both have their good and bad months. But overall, and even then, the games are not really free because, like, my PSN is expired right now. Oh, they yanked them games back real quick.
Randolph Thor, let me ask you this. Speaking of Xbox Live Gold, let's say they was to drop multiplayer like we talked about, right? And let's say they added, Groove and one free DVD rental or one free movie rental a month. That wouldn't incentivize people to keep it? Because it would for me.
No.
You give me Groove is enough alone to make me keep it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, people talked about multiple tier, like, oh, silver, gold, platinum, or silver. It's just going to be the free and the not free. Like,
the free and not free makes more sense.
Yeah, they've added value over time. Like, you used to just pay for multiplayer. Now you get play for multiplayer and get free games. But they're probably happy with what they get. It's a $3 billion revenue stream or whatever the heck it is, and I don't see them adding more on top of it. Or to make, because you figure like if they're making $3 billion a year or whatever on live subscriptions or whatever, and if you would think how many people would unsubscribe if you got rid of the multiplayer aspect, how much revenue do you lose? But then okay, well, if we want to actually make more, what do we throw in there to make people subscribe? There's not much you can do. A free movie rental, Game Pass. I mean, but they already do that for $10 a month, and most of those games on there, I mean, they're of questionable quality. There are a few good ones on there, but
I mean, they got to build it up. It's like PS Now. Like, I've honestly always felt like PS Now should have been part of the PS Plus, and I think kind of the same way about Game Pass.
Right, but I mean,
that would add some real value.
Look at Nick's wrong statement he said earlier tonight about how Phil Spencer said single player games are trash. Right? He said that single player games don't have an impact because everybody plays long lasting multiplayer games, and the point here is people subscribe to Xbox Live and PlayStation Network to play those long lasting multiplayer games: Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, Halo 5, Call of Duties, right? And that's why they play these systems and they pay for multiplayer, because those are the games that everybody wants to play year in, year out. So if you said, you know what, you don't need to play for multiplayer, all those millions of people will be like, cool, I'm never subscribing again because I don't care about the free games, and you would lose so much money. That's exactly what would happen. And there's no way they could make up that money.
Speaking of losing money, GameStop lost a lot of money recently, boy. Shout out to Randolph Thor for putting that, boy. Got him.
Finesse GameStop. Someone changed
about that thing you was talking about, how to get an Xbox One X for free? That shit?
Yeah, it's about time they got what they deserve, man.
Someone called me Finesse Thor 19. I'm like, damn straight.
Got him. I ended up getting almost $300 off of them for like 8 games.
I did 500.
You can get a corporation, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I did 500. I have a couple friends who did $2,000.
So, shit.
Yeah, I mean,
they cut the price. They cut the value of those games like in half.
They were always going to do. That's the thing. Like, my friends know all that stuff. So like they said like it's going to drop on. It's going to the values are going to drop on Wednesday because that's how they always do. It wasn't because they found out about the deals, because that's just how GameStop operates. But man, I got so many.
I want to remember that whole deal. Wasn't it like you guys were buying like cheap games at Walmart and then selling them back to GameStop?
Walmart had the games on sale. Let's say Amazing Spider-Man 2 was on sale for $15 at Walmart. With the plus 70% trade-in value, you were getting $38 or $40 for a $15 game.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. See, I'm thinking about the hustle I should have did, because my GameStop and my Walmart are like right across the street from each other.
Well, I know.
But it was the middle of the Steam sale, so I was good.
Zelda was going back for like $60.
Yeah, people are doing a buy two get one free sale, and they were buying like Switch games because they still have a lot of value. Mario Kart 8, Legend of Zelda, they were doing buy two get one, and then going to another GameStop and trading that in. They'll buy 6 games. They'll go to another GameStop and trade those in and get more money for the games what they paid for because of the extra 70% boost. It was
bravo, console players. I ain't even mad at that. Bravo.
The amount of tweets I got and the comments in the vid I made of like people doing that, like, and thanking me, like it was ton, dude. So many people made out on that in a way that you don't normally make out over a corporation, like.
And
Usually
usually
they're the ones scamming us. We scam them, you know?
the one theme I kept hearing was my Xbox One X is paid for now. That's the one theme I kept hearing was, all right, I can buy Xbox One X now. That was the one theme I kept hearing. Gamers win. Beautiful.
All for it. Yeah, gamers win. That's what it's all about.
We need them pre-orders.
But you know what?
What pre-orders?
I was just happy that Cats was just finessing, just the finesse. And
I even hope Sony dudes got in on some of that money.
Yep.
Some people did. I know some people who went and bought pros.
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm pro consumer. Fuck these corporations.
I keep telling people, man, people talk shit about physical, but sometimes physical come through.
Yep.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can play on console and not be for physical. Like, to me, that's one of the best parts about console is having that physical game collection. I can get physical games on PC. I have quite a few physical games on PC. But
the way I do it is multiplayer games I buy digital because they have free play value. Single player games are physical. I beat it. When there's nothing that you can do with it, I get rid of it.
That's just it. Whereas, like, if I buy, like, I own Wolfenstein: The New Order physical on PC. I use the code inside the box. I have the discs. It's great because it'll save on my bandwidth. But after I use the code, it's just a box.
But see, the thing also I kept telling people is all these Nintendo games, they never appreciate.
Nintendo never loses value.
Keep their value, so they're always great for like trading value. If you want to trade it, get some bread.
And there's some $200 SNES games out here right now.
All righty. Well, we're going to wrap up. It's been one heck of a show. We hit our time. I do want to thank you guys for rocking out with us. Just a reminder, we will be having another show next Thursday. Like I said, if you are watching this live, we appreciate it. If you're watching on TiC Network, much appreciated. If you're watching this on iTunes, Podbean, or wherever else you can find TiC-related podcasts, much appreciated. We're going to wrap up with these outros, starting off with my light-skinned brother from another mother. Mr. Me and Fame gonna wear the same T-shirt at QuakeCon 2017.
Oh my God.
Nickodemus X.
Yeah, what's good? It's Nickodemus, the king himself, and I'm back on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I've been away for a while, watching that sub count go up. So I might actually like go another week and see how high my sub count gets. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy how that works on YouTube. Like, you don't make a video for like a week or so and you get like so many more subs, but if you make a video, then they unsub. It makes no sense to me, but I'm glad to be back. And yeah, thanks so much for having me once again on this show. As controversial as I am, you guys, you know, ass raping GameStop and stuff, I love it. But
there you go again.
Yeah, shout out to the chat, shout out to our guest Kev, Rand. Always good to have you guys on. Love you guys. And don't forget to tune into Trophy Life next Tuesday. We will be back. We were off yesterday because of 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Because we got lives, but we'll be back next Tuesday. And that's it. Everybody have a good night.
Oh, because you got lives.
We got lives.
No, Mamacita.
Oh wow, yeah, it's been nice, y'all, and I appreciate Nickodemus. I listened to last week's podcast, and I appreciate the fact that you give me a little shout out. But I'm trying to figure out why I didn't see you but one time doing E3. I'm feeling some kind of way. No, we need to fix that. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation.
It was
about
crazy
that.
out there. Blame KidSmoove.
Yeah, like you know a sister.
KidSmoove kept me out like too late every night.
Sister like that, but that's all right. It's all good.
Nah.
Give him one good backhand for me. Give him one good backhand with the rings on.
I was trying to hook up with you and Miss Tech, man. Y'all just all over the place though. I couldn't.
Well, it was so much going on. So yeah, but thank you, Rand and Kev, the gamer. The conversation has really been good tonight. I really like conversations that are in depth, has substance, and gives you a lot of food for thought. So thank you guys for coming on tonight and joining us and sharing your all that information with us. And it's Mamacita, and I'm out, y'all.
And before I switch to the next outro, we're gonna give a shout out to Mac of 01. He got Path of Exile on his back, fam.
Path of Exile,
he got
game
on his back with the promo. If you guys know, it's a free-to-play game coming, and it's supposed to be Diablo Killer. Shout out to the Mac of 010 with Path of Exile on his back. Coming to Xbox One. I know Rand is getting it. Make sure you guys check it out. But next up on the outros, we're happy to Pry Crunk Girl from Persona 5. Crunk Girl. What's happening?
Yeah, man. I'm getting my ass kicked right now, but it
She
is.
sounds so depressed.
I am. I'm losing, dog. Like I know I'm at the end. I know I'm at the end. I can't beat this damn part.
Pull up that YouTube video, fam.
Man, I can beat it. I know I can. But yeah, man, this was a great conversation. I actually like having some PC gamers in here who know more than I know, because I don't be knowing about none of that tech stuff. But it's cool to hear about it, and for people who actually know what they're talking about. So shouts out to Kev the Gamer, my Twitter guy from another mother. Shouts out to Ram, man. I think this is my first time talking to you, first or second time. So thanks for coming through. It's always good to have other people's opinions on here, see what everybody else thinking, so we know we ain't crazy. I'm just saying, sometimes, man, with these other light-skinned brothers and sisters in here, sometimes it's kind of hard. Yeah, man, I had a good time, man. Shouts out to She Attack, and shouts out to my peoples at What's Up PlayStation. I'm out. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter at Crunk Girl. So I've been getting like mad followers lately, some odd particular reasons. So shouts out to everybody following me on Twitter.
All right. And I guess today we got the man with a million, Randolph Thor.
Thanks for having me on again, Fame. It was a great show. I really appreciate everybody's comments and feedback. It was great getting to meet Crunk Girl and Kev, who I've never interacted before with, and it's always nice to get to talk to Mamacita and the king of indies himself.
You already know what's up.
Nickodemus.
I'm a subscriber, Rand.
I didn't hear what you said because it was a little bit low in my headset.
I said I'm a subscriber, Rand. I didn't comment, but I always view your content.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's kind of like when people say that, I don't know what to say because I'm just like a regular guy. I don't know. Like it's weird to me.
I've been on YouTube for about 5 years, so when I get seen or people know me, I'll be like, hey. I don't even know what to say either, believe me.
I know it's weird, but thanks for having me on, Fame. Maybe we can do this again sometime down the road, when there's more stuff or when Nickodemus needs to be set straight on some facts.
How's that basement, dog? I remember
flooded.
Yeah, my basement flooded, which is why I was not be able to go. I didn't go out to E3 this year, but hopefully next year we'll be able to go to that. That'd be great.
Definitely. If you're at an E3 next year, I'll definitely be there. I hate I missed it this year, but I'll definitely be there. So it'd be great seeing you. And it also, we 1 hour, 22 minutes in, somebody can mark it for the video game her. If she don't go to PAX 2018, and we're going to fight when I see it. I'm just letting y'all know. And I want to give a shout out to the man who brought glory to the podcast, Kev the Gamer.
Hey, thanks for having me. Good interacting with Randall, too. Like you said, this is the first time I've interacted with him. And before we go, I want to answer the question that I didn't get a chance to answer. PC game is for everybody.
Okay.
That's right.
It really
I actually can't wait to build my PC. I'll be playing PUBG. I can't wait to build a PC and play that.
Yeah.
PUBG looks amazing. I haven't touched it yet. I haven't touched it yet. I'm not big on the survival games, but I'm interested. So
Right.
We are getting out of here. This has been episode 29 of the Double XP podcast. Episode 30 is next week, next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you guys can rock with us. And we out of here. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.